Okay, so welcome to the final part 4, where I go through some analysis. Again, it's just to help you guys. Hopefully it gives you, a little bit of insight. Just remember, I trade, the majority of my trades are on futures and options. So you're going to need to tweak your price for CFDs. But sentiment, and the overall trends are going to be the same. It's just the actual prices will be different. Okay, so a little reminder. In the right hand column, black numbers, they have just sort of trend lines where I've identified support and resistance levels. Pink numbers are breakout levels. The claret numbers are where I've identified either horizontal support or resistance, or they're based on double or triple tops or bottoms. There's the pivot point colors there. So the top two, the sort of reds, are the resistance ones, the blue is the pivot point, and the bottom two are the support levels in general. Okay, so the first one, as usual, we're going to look at is the Dow. The stocks had a bit of a mixed week. They didn't really sort of go anywhere. They tried going up but couldn't. They tried going down but couldn't. Of course, it's all data driven at the moment and dependent on expectations of what the Fed's going to do, and of course the economy. But the economy seems pretty strong at the moment in the US still. So resistance wise on the Dow, on the daily, I've got 35,652. I've got support at 35,109, 33,793. And below that, 33,448 is a breakout level. Obviously, that's a long way away, but with these markets you can never tell, and you need to pick up a little bit of momentum, and then you've got all the algos kicking in, and then we get those exaggerated moves. On the 30-minute, I've got resistance at 35,390. I've got support at 35,291, also 35,255, but should it get there, that's also a breakout level that I've put in. Again, if you look at that sort of towards the, after the data and all that, sort of it struggled to hold above the pivot point, but it sort of hugged it. So. And then we're moving on to the S&P daily. A little bit of a downtrend sort of forming there. So I've got resistance at 45.58, and I've got support at 44.57 and 44.55. I've also sort of got that sort of resistance line drawn in there. There's sort of just seems to be sort of holding there. But on the 30-minute, it's a little bit different. I've got resistance at 45.01, 44.96, 44.94, 44.93, and also 44.85, with support at 44.67. Now, three of them are in a little cluster there. And the reason for that is because if you look, they're sort of like double tops touched very, with the candles next to each other even, and it caused those additional sell-offs, and each set are just slightly lower and lower. For the Nasdaq daily, I have resistance at 15,757. I've got support at 15,030, 15,019, and 14,249 as a breakout level should it have a big sell-off. On the 30-minute, I've got resistance 15114, support 15079, and support at 15051. And you can see there's when the market rallied early, it sort of had that rejection at the pivot point, and towards the end of the day it sort of hugged this one. If you're not sure how to use pivot points, or how you would put them in, then feel free to reach out, and I'm happy to try and help you guys, give you some insight into how to use them. So on the Russell, these are the small cap companies. I've got resistance at 1961 and support at 1918. Again, just a slight downtrend forming there. On the 30-minute, I've got resistance at 1933, support at 1930. So it's going to break out one way or the other very quickly. And of course, again, sort of mid to late afternoon, UK time that is, there was another rejection, so that on the pivot point for the Russell this time. Now we're going to look at a couple of currencies. So here is the pound against the dollar. So I've got resistance at 128.04. I've got support at 125.98 and also 123.14. On the 30-minute, I've got resistance at 127.20, also 127.05, with support at 126.84 and a breakout level at 126.69 should it get down there. Looking at the euro against the dollar, I've got resistance at 110.73, support at 109.60. As you can see, they're into another area where they're likely to break out pretty quickly. And then below, I've got 108.71 as a support breakout level. On the 30-minute, I've got resistance at 109.68 and support at 109.62. So again, expect a breakout very, very quickly when the markets reopen. Now, again, if you look there, a nice rejection at the pivot point and good support at S1 on Friday for the euro against the dollar. So, the dollar sort of had a fairly steady week last week. Okay, so moving on to crypto, it's just become more stable than most of the other asset classes at the moment, which is very interesting. So I've got resistance at 30,280, got support at 28,235, which is also a breakout level should it get there. On the 30-minute, I've got resistance at 29,599 with support at 29,375. Here we're looking at Bitcoin versus Nasdaq as I leave in, just so you can sort of see how they're working with each other or against each other sometimes. But now we're seeing that the stocks are coming off a little bit faster, whereas sort of crypto's really just going sideways until of course there's some more news come out which is going to give it a reasonable size reaction one way or the other. Everyone's still looking for that ETF. Moving on to gold, we've got resistance at 2008 and 1967. Just struggled a little bit last week, gold. Support at 1938, but it's a breakout if it gets below there, and then support at 1884. On the 30-minute, I've got resistance at 1956 and also 1952 with support at 1944. Then finally, WTI, You know, fairly strong week last week, so we've got resistance at 85.12 with support at 81.50. That's the same level from a couple of weeks ago, and then also support at 79.04 and 78.25, which is a breakout should it get down there. I'd be surprised if it does for the moment though. And on the 30-minute, we have resistance at 83.67 and support at 83.02. The fundamentals around oil probably keeping it a bit steadier, but again, the steadier and stronger it becomes, the more it's going to impact inflation again on the upside. So just keep an eye on that. Keep an eye on nat gas as well, because that had a big spike last week because there was potential for strikes in Australia, and just the agricultural products in general as well, because of the war going on between Russia and Ukraine. You know, there's ports being bombed, there's ships being bombed, so all of this could disrupt a lot of supply of those agricultural products being exported from the region. So yeah, that's it for this week. So that just leaves me to say hopefully you've enjoyed it, and it's given you a little bit of insight. Again, as usual, would love to get some feedback from you. Just going to sort of cover our services one last reminder, and then leave you to get on with whatever you need to. So apart from these, we have our daily newsletter that includes headlines, my views, then sort of some of the global news in more detail, just to sort of help you. Now, you know, I filter this so that you don't have to. So rather than going through numerous different reports and all that to find out what's relevant to the markets, I've actually done that for you. And that goes straight to your inbox every morning. And the best thing is, it's free. Okay, so when it comes to what we provide as an academy, we've got one-day workshops. They can be just to sort of help you to decide whether trading could be your next career, or you know, maybe you want it for a second income. And of course, if you're already trading, you might just have a few little gaps or areas that you feel that you could improve, then I can certainly help you with them. We offer a variety of one-week courses. You know, by the end of that, you're going to feel confident and competent. You know, it's just give you that solid foundation on which to build your trading career. And of course, if you've got that inner trader, we'll discover it together. One of those courses also includes a free trading challenge. Then we move on. If you've really made your mind up that you want to become a pro trader, then the best course for you is going to be our comprehensive accredited masterclass, which is designed to provide you with all that fundamental knowledge as well as the trading tools you're going to need to navigate any market in any conditions and on any asset class. That course can also be taken as a flexi masterclass. It includes the same amount of weeks of guided learning and everything, but you get a whole year to take those 4 weeks, so you can come back and revisit. That one also includes a free trading challenge. Now, the trading challenges are there once you've done the course. You don't have to take them straight after the course. You can actually take them when you feel ready. So time is on your side there. There's no pressure. And of course, you know, you can click on any of these or go to these and just check out all of our services. And of course, we offer trader mentoring as well. That can be done by the hour, by the day, by the subscription per month even. So there's lots of various things there. That gives you access to me. If you've got a problem, I can help hopefully to rectify that for you, or I will certainly make some suggestions on, you know, what to try for sure. And then of course we provide trader educational content to individuals, exchanges and brokers. Now when it comes to funded trading accounts, this is one of our partners, but we've added some extra partners now as well. And again, it depends if if your interest is more general, so perhaps CFD based, or whether you're more interested in the futures. We've got a partner for that now as well, if you want to do a futures challenge. And also, if your real sort of passion is stocks, then we have another one just purely based on stock markets. And of course, with that, that's great because you can even short sell. Okay, so if you'd like to find out more details on anything that we provide, or you just got questions or anything you'd like to give us feedback on, then it is info@symaxfintech.com, or if you've got any questions for me, it's chris.tubby@symax-int.com. So, I hope you find these useful. If there's anything, we love feedback, good or bad. So just please pass it on and let us know how we're doing. And if there's anything else that we could add or that, then again, just let us know and we'll see if it's possible to add that for you. And that just leaves me to sort of wish you a very profitable, successful week. And of course, be lucky.